What's up, everybody? This is the Outlaw Shaman, and I'm coming right back at you with another video. And today, I really want to talk about, are you on your right path? How can you tell if you're not? What is the right path? It's the one that aligns with your purpose. The one when you actually feel like that real deep, not just feelings, but your intuition, your gut. It just feels natural. And I'll give you a couple examples. I was a fighter. I fought MMA and Muay Thai. I never made it to one of the big houses or anything like that, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I would do it all over again. And we can go deep diving into that another day. But when I was younger, I always repeated to myself that's what I wanted to do. And it wasn't just that I just kept manifesting it and repeating it and making sure that I went for it, but it was a calling. I always felt natural pull towards that, and that was even before UFC. That was before it became even popular. I looked up to, like Bruce Lee and Rocky and all the movies. Of course, they're just movies, but it was always something that I gravitated towards. It's like it was a second calling. It was just part of my nature, and that's what I mean by with your actual purpose. And because of martial arts, I learned how to control and have a self-defense nature, but also like being in complete control of it. And it's been a beautiful thing. It saved my life in so many ways. But going back to purpose, going back to, like, are you on your true path? You're working a 9-to-5, or you're working in a place that, yeah, it might pay okay, or maybe it doesn't pay okay, but you're miserable, or you're with, around people, relationships, you're going places that just, you just don't feel good. It's not in that spot. How can you tell? Well, one, is everything coming down around you? Kind of like the house of cards. Wind blows and knocks it all over. Everything just keeps, like getting destroyed around you. Pay attention. Your guides, the universe is keeping on showing you that this isn't for you. It's time to make a change. It's tired of playing this character that you're not aligned with. So that's a lot like where depression comes in. And I saw a great bit on Jim Carrey about that. Love him or hate him, he was a great actor. But yeah, he had a lot of good talking points about being on your true path and being your own higher self and aligning with what your purpose is. It can change all the time. Like nothing stays the same. Everything changes, and I expect it to evolve. I expect everything to change. I want that. You ever been with somebody that says, "I hope you never change"? Old cliche term. But in truth, everybody changes. Everybody's going through changes. I'm not the same person I am today that I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago even. I was a completely different person. But you see that in a lot where you'll start fighting with a significant other or a friend. They're like, "You changed." Well, no kidding. I would hope so. Do you feel a certain gut pull to a certain situation? Let's say you are invited to 3 different events on the same day, just for argument's sake. Each one of them around the same time, maybe let's just say, you want to go to all 3 of them. Let's say that. Just for even more deep argument's sake. Pay attention to the one you're most excited about. More pull to a passion, just like you just gravitate towards, even if it's just a little bit more than the other 2. Even if it's just a little bit more, that's the one you should go to. Listen to yourself. It's telling your own higher self and your body. It's talking to you always. Which one do you gravitate towards more? And if you are in this stuck problem of job, relationship, friends, maybe vices or anything that you're, attached to that you shouldn't be, how do you change it? Well, first, you have to acknowledge it, that you're not on your path. You have to accept it and realize that, hey, I got to make some changes. That's the hardest part, because humans are stubborn. Let's face it. I've been known to literally bash my head on a brick wall, metaphorically speaking. Okay, I see some of you looking at me weird, but it's one of those things where you have to get out of your own way. You have got to take a step back, check your ego, because stubborn people, that drives from ego a lot of times, and you have to really just let everything go. And that's the hardest part, because that's the part where you unravel your box and you cut it open and you come outside and you don't know what's out there. It's the unknown. It's the fear of the unknown. But I'm telling you, you're getting those deep gut intuition feelings because the universe already knows that you might be afraid, but nothing will harm you. Everything will be there for the good. Everything will work out just fine. Everything will be okay. But we have a hard time believing that because we don't know what's out there. It's kind of like you were a kid and, you had the little nightlight by your bed, but you had to go to the bathroom and it was in that dark hallway. You didn't know what was out there. Afraid of the unknown. So my advice, go out in that dark hallway. Don't be afraid. And when you let everything go and you start going towards what pulls you, your purpose will be aligned and everything else will fall just in place. But your manifestations, your belief in your own self, the faith of your own self, show yourself some extra love and go for it. You have to jump. So here's another way you can tell that you're not on your purpose or your true path. Even if, let's say, you on the surface happy with certain things, like you're getting money, your bills are being paid, it seems kind of shallow, it's petty, right? But are you getting home every day and you just feel drained? Your batteries are gone. You recharge yourself up, and every day, even if it's the best day of your life, you just feel down, depressed, drained. And you could like your job. I've liked many jobs that I've worked at, but never wanted to stay there for long because I knew I just wasn't meant to be there. And it's okay. You can go and explore different areas of your life and in your world. I've done many, many things in this life. Many different things. Man, each chapter had a new adventure. And that's my advice to you. Go explore. We're on earth to explore it. Do not settle. Don't just go to one little thing and just be there. This whole world is there. We're supposed to go explore. We're supposed to go be an adventure. We're just supposed to live your life. Are you living right now? Most of us aren't. Most of us are just here surviving. We're stuck in limbo. Kind of like, like the Walking Dead almost, I mean? They're just there. I will not live the same 6 months over and over and over again. I refuse to do that. It took me a while to realize that, but I now know, and I refuse to do that. So my advice, go to where it pulls you. Go to where you're passionate towards. Go to what makes you smile. That deep feeling of happiness, and it comes right here deep in your gut. And we'll talk about the chakras and whatever else and how to actually really dive deep into your intuition later. But for now, just know that, yeah, you're up here, you're always going to be thinking doubts, fears, and whatever else. So we'll learn to let that go and reach into your gut. what's talking to you, what's whispering, what's there that that excites you, full of passion. That's where you should go. And everything else, including finances, money, will follow. But you gotta have faith in you. Show yourself some extra love. This is the Outlaw Shaman. I'll talk to you soon.